Hi, good morning. Welcome back to my makeup room. I wanted to do a quick full face, maybe it's not quick, of Dollar Tree makeup. I've seen a couple of other creators do this type of thing, but throughout time I've collected quite a bit of Dollar Tree makeup. So wanted to kind of share that with you. So the first couple of things, these are two primers. So this is the Essentially Ageless. This is more like not a silicone one, like Professional, but it is like smoothing. It is nice. And then this is a dupe for like the Milk Gel, the sticky primers. I think I'm going to use this one today. But you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see, it's just kind of that smoothing, blurring type of situation. The one thing that I don't think I've ever, well, it's not the one thing. The one thing I don't think I've seen or ever noticed maybe is eyeshadow primer. So next I'm going to go in with this Prolux. So this was, they also have a loose powder. And I think I had that at one point, but I can't find it. So this is the matte foundation in Ivory. So just gonna throw on a couple of pumps of this. The color actually for me is really quite good. I don't know about the overall shade range though, because of course Dollar Tree can be really hit and miss with what they carry just in general. So I don't know how many shades they actually have. And it is going on very full coverage. Or maybe I pumped out a little too much. I've used this, I want to say, one other time. And I saw a creator that said it was terrible, so I'll maybe check in a little bit later to see. My skin, I think I've mentioned before, has been becoming drier. So I don't think I also don't think they have like a luminous or hydrating. Like they don't have those kind of options, obviously. Okay. Next, I do have. So next is I do have this Be Pure Hydrating Under Eye Concealer. So just going to use a touch of that. It might be a little darker than the foundation, but I gotta cover up some of this blueness. The other thing that I don't think I've ever seen there is a powder highlighter. So might have to get a little creative there. My dogs are barking. Okay, not too much coverage there on the concealer. I know they have a bunch of different options though, so we will keep moving forward. So instead of an eyeshadow primer, and this might be a disaster, I have this little Be Pure Dual Cream eyeshadow. I'm going to try and put a little bit of that on and see if it has any tackiness for some of these shadows. Let my foundation set for just a minute before I apply any cream products. It's got some shimmer to it. Maybe this is a terrible idea. I do have 3 different palettes. So I have this Marie Claire Smoky Delight. And then I have two from LA Colors. This one is Queen's Desire, and this one is called Rumors. I've heard that these are okay. So somehow between the three of those, we'll see. I'm gonna probably cheat a little. This is from Shop Miss A. This is an eyeshadow primer, but it was $1. And just put some of that on there. I did buy this little brush set, so this might also be really questionable. This was 4 eye brushes. They were $1.25, so there's like 2 fluffy brushes, a flat shader, and then a angled like liner brush. And then I did buy this blush brush. It was $1.25 as well, so we'll see. But I am going to take the lightest of all the shades that I have out of this Marie Claire and just set that eyeshadow primer. Let's see how it goes. I wouldn't say that's doing anything. So let me grab this. This is the Marie Claire setting powder. It's supposed to be translucent. This has a strong smell, and I don't have a sense of smell really, but it smells like Old Lady perfume. If I can smell it, it smells like, at least to me, someone who doesn't have a good sense of smell, really strong baby powder mixed with floral of some sort, which again, I don't have a sense of smell, so, but suffice it to say, if I can smell it, you got problems. And I really don't like scented makeup, probably because it doesn't smell, to me, probably like they intended. This brush is shedding like crazy. All right, moving on. So there's tons of bronzers at Dollar Tree. I don't bronze though because it tends to look muddy and weird, but I do contour. And this is from Marie Claire. This is Contour Stick. I didn't see any powder contours, but they had a ton of, they had bronzing drops, they had LA Colors, like a circle bronzer that I think Emily Noel says is good. I don't, like I said, I don't wear bronzer. I'm just gonna try and buff that in. This is kind of breaking up on my chin and looking a little crazy. I have picked up a bunch of different little blush products from there, but I saw this one. This is Be My Water Tint, and I saw on some Reddit post or whatever, I don't even know what language I'm allowed to say on YouTube, but this is obviously like a Benetint, but even way before that, this was used by certain folks in adult professions to tint other things, let's just say. So I thought that was kind of a funny little piece of history, but it's just that liquidy stain. I'm going to try and work a little quickly here, depending on how staining it is. think this is cute. Not terrible at all. Now I'm going to set some of this because I think it's breaking apart here. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. I don't know if that was helping or making it worse. The other thing that they have, these little LA Color blushes. So I got 3 of them. I think there was a lot more shades. This one is Berry Pretty, Sweet Cheeks, and Creamsicle. So this one is kind of orangish. I think I'm going to use this Berry Pretty one just to kind of set down that tint or blend it in a little bit better. Ooh, can't open this. Just get the little brush. And I'll use the Dollar Tree brush I picked up. I think the foundation is not going to be a favorite. Just put that out there. All right. I'm going to dip back into this little Marie Claire and just toss a little bit of shadow in my eyebrows. All right, this brush is a little too big to give you any kind of precision, but they also had this little lamination brow gel set, and it came with this little brushy tool. And I have like crazy old man brows is kind of what I call them. They are long, very dark. I think I've used this before, and I think it works okay. All right, we're gonna call that done. I am gonna grab, again in this palette, I'm gonna try a little of this as a highlighter. Just grab just any random brush. Next up, I think I'm gonna stick with this palette because, like, if you were in a pinch and you're just trying to grab something quick, you probably would only pick up one thing. So I'm going in with this shade. All right, well, that's where we're at that. I mean, it's definitely workable. You saw me do it. It probably took a little bit more time than something else, but I think probably the size of the brushes, just depending on your crease. So this is the one I was just using to kind of buff that in. Um, like again, it was workable, a lot better than if all that you had was, you know, a spongy applicator that comes with, you know, eyeshadows sometimes. So got a decent blend. I am going to go in to like the outer V with this darker shade and the smaller brush, and I'm going to try and not to make this too dramatic. I don't know how pigmented this is really. I'm going to go back in with this one. I think I'm happy with that. I am going to take just a clean brush. I'm going to dust some more of this cream shade because that shadow stick had a little bit of shimmer that is kind of lingering. I don't think that's terrible. So there are some shimmers here, so I just use that shimmer. This one is kind of a smoky. Obviously, this is smoky, so if there's it's darker in shade. I did find these two things. So I've showed this before. I really like this one. So this is LA Colors Liquid Eyeshadow, and this is Shimmer Eye Topper. This one's very like iridescent, and this one's kind of like normal everyday. I think I'm gonna go with this one and maybe top it with the other. This is kind of translucent if I remember correctly. I'm just gonna take that flat little shader and all right. I am gonna go over that a little bit with this, kind of in the inner quarter. See if it gives it any more sparkle. And there is a darker shade in here, but it looks like it has a little bit of shimmer in it. I'm just gonna kind of pop that on this outer corner and blend it inward a little bit. I may have went too far. All right. I think it's not terrible by any means. This is a pencil eyeliner. Now, normally I would put some corresponding shadow underneath my eye, but this eye has been a little irritated, so I'm going to give it a break. But I would wear this, so... Alright, so I popped on some eyeliner. I think this is by Alani Pencil Eyeliner in Black. And then this was really creamy and quite good. And then this is called Fat Lash. It's also by Ayani. And you'll see it smudges everywhere because if you look at the applicator, it tends to like go through your lashes and even end up just kind of everywhere. So this one's hard to control. I don't think I would recommend this one, but they have all kinds of little eyeliners. I would say overall, and I'll clean up my mascara. Oh, one last thing. This is just a little lip oil thing. It's kind of cute. It has like little balls and stuff in it. Comes in this kind of package. It smells like kind of that same weird floral baby powder on steroids smell. I would say overall the LA Colors I think is standard good. This I would say, I mean it's definitely wearable, but perhaps maybe just work with the mattes. The shimmers, anything kind of glowy, this is going to sound however it sounds, it does not look like refined. Like you could tell maybe it's the brushes, maybe it's the formula, but it doesn't look like smooth, easy to blend in. They're quite thick. Pretty. This one is the silvery one. They have that kind of heavy dimethicone texture, and perhaps makes it not blend as well. So I think the little water tint was cute. The contour stick is okay. I'm sure that the bronzers are good. The concealer, kind of meh. The Essentially Ageless, I know this has like a little bit of a cult following on like Reddit and stuff like that, and I think it is good. The little brow gel is, I think, okay. I believe they have different ones of different brands in colored, and that was essentially my little Dollar Tree haul. I don't think the foundation is necessarily for me. It's kind of breaking up, and I've only been wearing it for 20 minutes or so. Didn't see any setting sprays, but I think if you're in a pinch, the brushes aren't great, and they were shedding a bit, kind of odd sized for what they were for. But I think it turned out okay. I mean, aside from all of this nonsense. Part of it is that the foundation is not setting, so my eyelashes touch my face and it's transferring everywhere. So that is probably more so the foundation than the mascara. So anyway, if you're at a Dollar Tree and you see something, try it out, see if it's worthwhile. There's plenty of good finds. Like I said, these I've enjoyed a lot. This I've used quite a bit. This I'm happy with. So, hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe, like, give me a comment. Is there a favorite Dollar Tree product that I should grab? And I'll total up kind of everything that I spent here, and I'll post that as well. So, have a great day. Thanks.